Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth Pregame.
Hey, is this thing on? Hello, testing.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant.
What's up, Twitter world? There's my little OJ.
He's got an autographed OJ photo.
Has anybody heard the story about the Glizzy guy?
He fits today's generation.
Oh yeah, speaking of lady basketball players, Lola Bunny, bonkable. Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. It is now time to officially start NFL draft coverage for the 2025 NFL draft. Of course, this is the Korner Booth Pregame. I am your host, Jerry Clem. Going bandana today, at least for the show, because I have to wear a hat for, hairline and security reasons. Anyway, hair's looking good today, though. We'll say that. It's also looking good. It's going to be a great draft night tonight. The coverage looks great. We got the Belly Ups coverage begins at 8 o'clock. I'll be there. Nate will be there. Hell, I even think Matt's going to be there, I guess. I don't know. I guess he's stopped going to draft parties at the stadium. I'm not sure what's going on, but ladies and gentlemen, speaking of that handsome devil, Mr. Matt Odazzo.
I don't know if they've done a draft party anytime recently. Since COVID, they've kind of axed a lot of the appearances. They used to do Jets houses where you meet players in like an intimate setting, like in like an actual little tiny little club thing. But they haven't done that stuff in a while. I have no idea if they do the draft party yet. Buying my own house, I have learned to just sit on my own couch all the time. I think as most new homeowners like to do, to stay in. So I will be watching that from my living room today. Nice. And I'll be driving my dog crazy as I probably scream up and down if we take Dart at 7, but that's okay. And I will be on the draft coverage show. I will be coming on for the Jets pick, and I will be giving my thoughts on how much I either love it or hate it. And man, if I was on last year, I would have went crazy. I did not want to tackle, but I'm very happy that we got Olu, so it worked out in the end.
So I'm really curious at your banner because it's Campbell or Membo. No love for Tyler Warren?
No, not that I don't have love for Tyler Warren. I just think Brock Bowers was a much better tight end prospect, and he went at 13. So I really don't want to take somebody that's not as good as that guy over at 7. That could be a stupid logic. But if they take Membo or Campbell at 7, they will have an offensive line full of guys that they've drafted and homegrown themselves, minus John Simpson on the left guard side. But you'd have Olu on the right, on the left tackle. You'd have Tippmann in the center. You'd have Vera Tucker at right guard, and you'd have one of these guys at the right tackle spot. So I would love to have a homegrown offensive line. I mean, look at Philly. Worked out for them. So yeah. I'd love to replicate that. So I'm leaning towards tackle at 7. I'm not going to be upset if they take Tyler Warren at 7. I'm not going to be upset if they take Mason Graham at 7. But I think right now I'm leaning towards Membo or Campbell for the 7 pick.
If Campbell's still there, I'd say take him. I don't think he's getting past New England, but why not?
Yeah, I don't think so either. So I think it's going to be Banks or Membo, but I think they're higher on Membo, which I'm fine with.
I'm higher on Banks, but we obviously had talked about that ad nauseum, how much I love Kelvin Banks more. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for you guys tonight. I'm excited for Nate's team. Hi, Nate.
Hi, boss. Hi, Matt. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday. It's going to be a long day for me for sure. With my Giants and work, for all of us, right? Work and everything like that. But excited for today. My headline says Carter at 3. I'm excited. I've accepted the fact that we're going to get either Carter or Hunter at 3. And hopefully we trade up for a quarterback. And I'm not going to lie, Jared. I tried to convince myself last night that I was wrong about Jackson Dart. I think I did so successfully. If the Giants believe in him, then I believe in him too, boss.
I'm so proud of you because I was about to text you. Do not look at Peter Schrager's mock draft today.
Yeah, no. If he believes, if Shane
Giants
believes in
taking him at like 20 something.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. 3. Not at 3. If you trade back into
sir.
the back of the first round, so be it. Also, by the way, rocking the 6-pack number 7 Boomer Esiason vintage 94 jersey.
There you go. I
Hell
haven't.
yeah.
I didn't want to put anything on yet. I might throw on the Super Bowl champion shirt for the show. I'm not sure yet. I literally grabbed the first. I was running late. It's a beautiful Saquon jersey.
Nice
It
Devin
is.
Singletary jersey.
Oh, yes, exactly. It is a Devin Singletary jersey, and no one
I don't
even
know if
knows.
is he still there or is that a 1-year deal?
He's still there.
Oof.
Don't want him there, but he's
Well,
still there,
it's okay.
boss.
It's a Tyron Tracy show right
Guy
now.
doing
So
his motor, and all he did was run himself into the ground.
Oh, the motor ran out.
I guess he must have been a Dodge or a Jeep car. Stellantis joke.
could have been a Ford.
Fix or repair daily. My dad taught me all those jokes when I was a kid. I couldn't stop laughing. Anyway, yeah, it's draft day. We're only going about an hour today, so me and Nate can obviously get ourselves settled, and Matt as well. Matt's nights are not as stressful as me and Nate's are. I'm on the entire night. Last year we finished post production at 12:30. Last year's draft was long though.
Yeah,
there has been days where like the draft's gone to like 11:15 and it's been up, but last year the draft was long.
Yeah, this guy that I worked with today, he works on the Metro North side. He worked last night, so he's like, I'm banking on staying up until the Jets pick at 7, and then I'm probably going to pass out. I'm like, well, listen, you might want to take a Red Bull because the way the draft goes, it could be 45 minutes to an hour before we even get to the 7 pick. I'm pretty sure last year it went to almost midnight.
Well, here's the deal. At least this year, 1 and 2, we know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that Jacksonville-Cleveland swap.
Nah.
So
no, I heard what was the rumor they were gonna like put Trevor Lawrence in that deal? I doubt that happens.
Bro, if that's the case, what is happening right now? I didn't hear the Lawrence thing. All I heard was from Rap Sheet. This was maybe like 7:45 last night. That they're talking about possibly swapping the 2 and the 5 and like a couple picks later. I know the Jags want Genty. I know the Raiders want Genty. I know the Bears want Genty.
The Bears are desperate for Genty. They're trying to trade up. Like
I know, but I don't think anybody's going to give them that shot. That's the problem. Because I think the Raiders are willing to move more capital. Like, also, if I'm the Bears, why not go and get like a guy like Junkins or Henderson in the next round? I know Genty's a can't miss, but the drop off between Genty, Junkins, Hampton, and Henderson is not as far as like the drop off at quarterback.
That's correct.
Or the drop off at like I don't know,
receiver,
at corner. Like once
receiver.
you get past Brown and Campbell and Hunter, it's like drop. So I don't, or even the drop middle linebacker where you have 2 top guys who are out of control and they're amazing players. And then after that, you're going to like the 4th or 5th round before you get anybody decent. So it's a weird scenario to me. I think the Bears are really kind of overshooting this, but I think it still should be an interesting kind of playthrough as we go through right now. Last time I checked, nothing has been going crazy right now. ESPN, everything's been kind of quiet. So.
Yeah, just that like weird mid-late round draft pick trade thing between Houston and Cleveland, which was really interesting. I think it involved a bunch of 5, 6, and 7 picks. It wasn't anything insane. Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up X right now just to have it on like the side screen. This is crazy right now. So I got X and Instagram up here with live streams, and then I've got my backup TV over here. That's running. And I'm not going to even try running X right now. Holy crap! It's making my laptop like poop itself. So I have my TV here running the draft. I have side screen here running social media and what else, and I have the main screen with the actual like video. So it's definitely going to be a fun night. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I need to.
There has been one trade, by the way.
What?
I'm sure there's been one trade earlier. I'm not sure if that matters. Houston traded. They made a trade with the Browns. Houston trades away their 5th rounder this year and a 2027 5th for 2 6th rounders this year and a 7th rounder. I'm not sure if that matters, but yeah, there's been one trade so far.
Yeah,
it was an interesting thing.
I mean, unless they're doing it to move some capital, but like I guess like it's like 5th rounders, I guess, are kind of like the good currency this year, but like I don't. It's odd. The whole thing is just weird this year. I don't understand. This is the draft where nothing's going to happen pre-draft, but the second it hits pick 2 or pick 3, we're off.
I bet we're probably getting 2 or 3 top 10 trades. I bet you. I can't wait. This is I don't know. This is kind of a weird. This free agency and draft just kind of feels like it just hasn't been as exciting as previous ones. Like this draft is not heavy with the quarterback position, but like if you want you want a receiver, you want a running back, you want a tight end, you want a tackle, or offensive lineman in general, corner, even a little bit of safety and like defensive line, like you got a plethora of guys to choose from in the handful of the first 3-4 rounds. But if you're going for that quarterback spot, which is like the most attractive position in football, I mean, once you get past Ward and Sanders, it's thin. It's just you're just picking blankly and hoping that one's the right one.
I have a weird take on it. I think if we took all of what's going to happen. So Cal Hungauer brought this up today. You know, I'm always mixed on Coward's beans as I've gotten older. I used to idolize him growing up, but as I've gotten older, I've kind of started to understand like there is some logic to what he's saying most of the time. So most of the time, there are some times where Colin just says stuff where my brain just has to reset it, reboot, and try to understand what he said. Anyway. Coward was quoted as saying that the whole thing about Shedeur Sanders and his like the red flag to the scouts saying he's too cocky, he's too this and that stuff does tank draft stocks. We go back. We've seen it happen. Aaron Rodgers in 2004. The only person I remember not affecting was Cam Newton, but it tanked Jay Cutler's stock back in, I think, 2006. It tanked
Manziel.
It tanked
Somehow not Winston. Somehow.
Well, it was like with Winston and Mariota, you're kind of just taking 2 B- quarterbacks saying, oh, that was the definition of amazing college quarterback.
That's fair.
2 Heisman back, but
I don't remember if anything negative came out about Geno Smith. I don't think so, but I know he was projected as like a top 5 pick in that draft, and he wound up going in the second round.
I think everyone got spooked because nobody was taking a quarterback. It was the Bo Callahan effect. He just kept sliding.
Yeah.
All you guys watched draft day yesterday, right? The tradition is still there?
Oh, yeah, bro. Mack over everything. Ray Jennings at 7 or whatever it was.
A.K.A. Aaron Foster.
Yeah. I love how they chose that one.
I watched that movie yesterday. It was great. It was nice to kind of just chill and watch that movie while I was kind of just getting ready for today and doing some other stuff. And we obviously posted our mock drafts earlier. So I am a lot more proud of this one than I am of my last one.
I forgot that you could force trades in that PFF thing, so I didn't even do any. And then I realized at the end after I sent it, I was like, ooh, I could force trades. It was like, it's too much because we're about to post it all. I still am staying firm. I'm staying firm. My bold prediction of this draft, I think the Steelers trade up in the top 10. I think they try and jump New Orleans. I think they go for Dart.
Oh, they're going to go Dart. Ooh. See,
I think whoever's available, they could pick Sanders or Dart, but I think they're going to jump.
So guys, who does Pittsburgh take a quarterback? I say Milroe. Nate, who do you have them taking? They're going to take a quarterback today or tomorrow. You think it's Milroe? Is it Dart or is it Sanders?
Sanders.
Do you think the Steelers go Sanders? Okay. Matt, and you have them taking Dart.
If they stay put at 21 and Sanders slips, I think it's Sanders. But if Sanders and Dart and Ward are gone, they stay put at 21, I think they go Milroe.
My bold prediction is that we have 3 quarterbacks taken today, and none of them are named Sanders. I think teams are going to get scared about this whole, the whole cockiness thing. I think, it's so funny. The big name media seems very split. You talk to NFL Network, everyone's like, oh yeah, Sanders is, bottom end of the first round, mid first round guy, no issues there. You talk to, but this is a need-based draft. So he might get drafted just based off what position he plays. But then you talk to guys like Cowherd who are like, oh, he's dropping because he's got character issues. And it's not even like character issues. It's like he's just cocky. And to be dead honest with you guys, I think a lot of it is the fact that, oh, you know who my daddy is, kind of cockiness. Not he's a great player, but if his name was not Sanders, he'd be a 4th-round pick. That is all I'm saying.
Hey, man, he got his number retired.
Which, by the way, thank God we didn't talk about that on the show, because I probably would have gotten canceled for half the crap I would have said, because that annoyed me. Colorado has a national championship and a Heisman winner, and their numbers are not retired. But this schmuck, Travis Hunter, yes, Heisman winner, I'll give it to you. But yeah, I use the word schmuck deserving Shedeur Sanders. I don't like the kid. I like I like a lot of things about his game. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he carries himself. Congratulations, your dad's the greatest cornerback of all time. Yeah, the whole wrist thing. I hope somebody knocks that rollie off your wrist, dude. I don't know why it bugs the hell out of me. Because I like confident players. I love confident players. Something about it just irks me. I don't know why.
I think it's because he hasn't won anything. It's not like he's gotten to the playoffs of Colorado. He hasn't won a big.
They didn't even win the championship with Jackson State, right? Nate, can you check if they won the with Jackson State with one of the 2 years he was there? I swear they lost in the championship. They didn't win it.
They won the SWAC in. Let me double check. My apologies.
You're all good.
Yay! They won a FCS conference championship. Woo! I'm so impressed. I don't.
They won 2 of them.
Yeah, you see, I don't care. It's not you. No, I'm not making a shot at you. Obviously, no. This is where my issue lies. 80% of the guys he played in that league aren't even going to sniff the NFL or the UFL. They're going to go on to be successful lawyers, business executives, salesmen, whatever. Sports agents, I don't know. Or head coaches. Who knows? But here's my problem. Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe played against SEC competition. I'll even throw, I think, the worst quarterback in this class, Will Howard, as in he played the best of the best this year. So did Riley Leonard. Keelan Slow, I don't like Keelan Slow because I watched him play. He's a hell of a player, but he gives me Brandon Whedon vibes because he's 26. I think him and Brock Purdy were like high school friends or something. And Purdy's on his 4th year now, I believe. So there's a lot in this draft class that the guys that, okay, I'll start with this way. The guys I'm high on, Cam Ward, best quarterback in the draft class. I got to go against my boy Theo Ash here. By the way, if you haven't checked out his content on TikTok, amazing draft analysis. I have to hard disagree. I think I have a hard, firm belief that Cam Ward is the best quarterback that has come out probably since the 2020 draft class. I think he's better than this. I think he's better than Lawrence. I think he's better than Fields. I think he's better than any of the guys last year. I honestly think he has a higher ceiling than Jaden Daniels because he plays less reckless with his body than Daniels. Where Daniels might – the one thing that worries me about Daniels is I'm worried that Nate Boy, Abdul Carter, might come off the edge his first game as a Giant or second game and crack him. Seriously. Eagles go get Michael Williams or James Pierce Jr. or Walter Nolan. Same thing. Like there's a durability, there's a recklessness with your body. Yeah, Cam Ward is a little more reckless with the ball, but he also is just damn good at what he does. He gives off like Mahomes kind of vibe with it. Also, Cam Ward's game is going to translate to the NFL just as well as Daniels will. And Daniels has to play in the NFC East, where Nate's Giants are getting better, and the Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. The Cowboys are burning a burning tire fire, but hell, at least they're going to give you a game. I made this argument with a friend of the show who's a big Giants fan, and me and him argued for an hour about Giants versus Titans with a better situation. And this is a dude who's been on the show. He's hosted before. Big Giants fan. He's a rapper. He's a local friend of mine. He actually did our intro. And I argued with him. I said, listen, Tennessee's got an easier road for Ward to be successful because, one, they play in a crap division. Two, you're going to get 3 veteran receivers to chuck the ball at with now Lockett going to Tennessee. Plus a rebuilt O-line. I trust Tennessee's O-line more than New York's right now. Now, if New York drafts lineman at 3, we have a whole different conversation. So, Nate, here's the thing. If you guys draft a tackle at 3, I'm clapping because that's the first smart move. I want you guys to go get like a Campbell or a Membo or a Jenkins. Who's the Jenkins, right? That's the kid out of Texas.
Thanks.
Thanks. I want to say Jenkins. Anyway, because the Giants' biggest problem is now you're moving Evan Neal, a bust, into guard. Hopefully, you get a Mekhi Becton thing. I want it to work because I think Keanu. I was high on Neal. I missed on that one. I thought Neal was going to be great. I rarely admit when I've missed on a draft pick. Jalen Reagor I missed on, and I missed on Keanu Neal and a few other like guys here or there. I thought Evan Neal was going to work. Andrew Thomas is a solid top 20 guard, top 20 tackle. He may be 20, but he's still top 20.
You just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the problem. But you go draft a kid like Campbell and put him on the right side, or a kid like Membo, or even Banks. That's a decent O-line now. And now you keep whoever you draft on the back end of the first round or in the second, wink, wink, protected. J-Mo, Russ, whoever. Yeah, it's not as sexy as drafting Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, but watch the Giants draft Ashton Genty at 3.
Oh, gosh. I hope not, because that means Carter goes to Pack.
I honestly feel like for you go ballistic in the background because like it'd be fun.
I'm supposed to wait until the pick is made and then I'll go off. And Brian's gonna be there too. So excited for him to be there with me.
Listen, I love Brian as a person. I hate hearing him talk sports because I want to argue. No, he's a smart kid. He knows what he's talking about. I want to shred him to pieces with his takes.
Like what? Which ones?
Well, the Super Bowl show. His fan bias was leaking through that screen. He was saying, "Oh, Kansas City's going to blow out Philadelphia. It's not going to be close."
Yeah.
And I walked in and just took a machine gun to all of his takes because I was like, I don't want to hear this. And the last thing I said on our Super Bowl show, it was technically this handsome gentleman's take, was that the Eagles were going to win by a lot of points because they were going to rush the passer like crazy and cause chaos in front of Mahomes. Nice pick.
I hope we have a seasoned veteran audience that understands Plank because that goes back 30 years.
Yeah, I hope you understand. Like Plank, Ed and Eddie. By the way, I'm trying to get the Ed Funko Pop. It looks a little scary, a little demented, but it's still cool. Ed is my guy. Okay? Double D and Eddie are kind of weird to me. Ed is my guy.
I missed that show.
All right, dude, it's on Paramount. It's on HBO Max. I watch it all the time. When I need to watch something just to like background brain rot, and I don't like, my sister will throw on like SpongeBob SquarePants or How I Met Your Mother or even Gilmore Girls. I'll do like Entourage or Parks and Rec, or maybe even like right now I'm going through Blue Bloods, which is honestly a great cop show. I was very impressed. But, like, you have something in the background. It's not really going to make your brainwaves go off too hard. Ed and Eddie works, dude. I'm sitting in the background hearing Ed talk. I think I was on a phone call with somebody for some appointment, and I'm dying in the background while I'm on mute because, Ed just said something funny. And I'm just like, this is the greatest thing of all time. Darkest end to a cartoon show ever, though, or one of the darkest.
Yeah, well, that whole Cartoon Network thing from like the 90s, 2000s, everything was a little dark. Ed and Eddie at the end, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Okay, David Carr has a man bun. I have lost so much respect for him. David, it's not a good look for you, brother.
Gosh. That's what a family.
Maybe for a man who had a man bun for a while, it works for some, but my fat butt looked like a washed-up defensive tackle. All right. I'm not seeing any rumors breaking. Everything looks pretty quiet in the Western Front right now.
Shane likes Shedeur, really likes Shedeur, but Dable doesn't. Dable has Dart over Shedeur, according to Pat Leonard.
Because Dable is smarter. Joe Shane is a moron. I've said this since day one. If I was Joe Shane, I would have told Saquon, listen, we will give you this money. Okay, we're going to pay you. We want to pay you. We're going to re-sign you for a 3-year extension. But there's going to be enough injury opt-out clauses to break a printer. That's what I would have done. but he's proven us wrong. And the issue is with Joe. My issue with Joe Shane is he came off to me too confident for not doing jack. For taking over on when did he take over, Nate? Was he 22? Was he in there for 22? Yeah, okay, that was all Gettleman's team with Daboll's coaching. Joe Shane sat there and got an A on the group project, and all he did was sign his name.
Connor Hughes is saying, don't be surprised or don't rule out Ted McMillan to the Jets at 7.
Oh.
That would be
It
different.
makes sense.
Oh.
It does.
It's really, yeah.
Okay, so
That's
a
the
big
thing.
body guy to take on with a deep threat like Garrett Wilson. I don't hate that. But the thing is, I like Tyler Warren because you can use him in every different part of that offense. And
Yeah, I would lean Tyler Warren because it's Stone Cold Smart is who's going to be up.
So, listen, I like Ted a lot, but I'm worried about like the whole I don't watch film thing. I know it was halfway load of shit, but you gotta understand there's always one wide receiver in every class who I get way too overly excited about who I miss on. Every single year, you can go through every draft class. We honestly could do this on like on one of our corner route shows the next 2 weeks, where we go through every draft class to see which one I was overly hype on. One year it was obviously Jalen Reagor. 1 year it was John Ross. Still not giving up hope on my boy. Got a Super Bowl ring though. Actually, no, 2017, the one I was the highest on was Corey Davis. I called him the next Terrell Owens.
He had. No, I didn't mean to cut you off, Nate. I was going to say he had the skill sets and the potential and everything to be that next big guy. He just didn't put it together.
You know what's so funny? The next Terrell Owens was drafted 2 years later by the Tennessee Titans at pick 51. AJ Brown.
Now they're saying, why do they have prospect walkout music?
I don't know what they're talking about. I read the list. I'm like, what is this, WWE?
That's what I'm saying. Am I going to get somebody getting choked
come
in
out
the
to the John Cena music or the Kurt Angle music? I need this right now.
Tyler Booker is going to come out to Jay-Z, and he's just going to give like a tombstone to Roger Goodell.
All right.
What was that?
Any other good names? I didn't see the actual list. Any other good ones? Please tell me somebody's got a WWE intro.
Oh, let me see. Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be so awesome. I want somebody just because John Cena just won WrestleMania. I would love to see somebody come out to the John Cena music.
All I was reading was that they're saying I don't know. George Pickens is rumored to be in trades, but they're saying he just unfollowed the Steelers on Instagram and everything else or whatever.
Dude, I don't get the whole trade Pickens, keep Metcalf. Half of why it works is because you have two elite receivers who can both take the top off the defense.
I wouldn't even. Oh man, I don't even think I'd want to go higher than like second or third round. I wouldn't even go higher than a third round trade for Pickens because I'm taking that diva mentality. I'm too scared of like.
Listen, here's the thing. The Eagles also, by the way, on news, I think it was Jordan Schultz. Take it with a grain of salt. Team rap sheet all day, baby. Remember when that was a thing? Like 6 months, like 3 months. I was around the combine when Schultz and rap sheet got in a little scuffle.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I will say this though. As much as I crap on Schultz's opinion about anything, Nepo babies, the whole Dotson thing. How about this? Eagles make a trade. They send a 4th rounder to Pittsburgh for Pickens.
Wait, you guys?
Eagles sent a 4. That like I could see it happening.
Yeah, no, but then because he's
that locker room. Lane Johnson would shove him in a locker. He wouldn't put up.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No, listen. Philadelphia has a knack for taking on troubled receivers. Pittsburgh's soft in that department.
No, I think there's better guys you guys can get.
As our 3 receiver, listen, that would be great. We could put Smitty in the slot the entire time. And you
Yeah,
just have
but
to
he's
take
just
it.
too much. He's too much, boss. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, I'll take the listen because you know what? Jalen's gonna drop some quote on him, and George Pickens gonna be sitting there like, "What?" And then AJ go, yo, run the go route. I got the corner, and then touchdown for George Pickens. I'm like, it can work. It works. Certain teams can handle certain attitudes. A team like Philadelphia can handle a Pickens, could handle a Metcalf, can handle one of these diva receivers. I'm starting to notice as I get older, the whole term diva receivers is a joke. It basically means your franchise and your team's leadership cannot check a guy's ego. And that's where it comes in. So like those 2016, 2015 Giants teams couldn't check Odell's. Odell is one of the best receivers in football. Giants Odell actually made me scared. Okay, like I remember 2016 when he dropped 3 touchdowns on us. Lit us up. Giants Odell scared the hell out of me. But he had an ego. But yet in Cleveland, he wasn't the problem. I hope people understand in Cleveland, Stefanski's the problem. But they're not going to get rid of him yet. I'm just saying this is the first year without Nick Chubb. By the way, I hope Nick Chubb gets picked up by somebody because I would love to see him get another shot somewhere where he's not going to get killed the third step out of the hole.
Real quick.
Chargers. To
Matt.
back up Najee Harris.
What about him?
Najee Harris is
like,
Harris is in LA Chargers.
Where do you want Chubb to go, Matt?
What about I forgot.
Or Vegas to back up Genty if he goes there. I want him as a change of pace back. I would have loved us to grab him, but we got AJ Dillon, so I'm not complaining about it. The thing is, Nick Chubb got such a raw deal because Cleveland's offensive line since Joe Thomas left has been what's worse than abysmal.
I mean, if we're
Texans level,
if we're talking teams where he could be the RB1 right away, besides Cleveland, obviously, but I'm looking at not Seattle, Arizona.
Who's the starting running back in Cleveland now?
Jerome Ford.
Ford, yeah, I gotta say Ford, right? Because like they have nobody. Are we ruling out like the Browns don't get like Henderson or Junkins in the second round because they have no running backs?
No, not at all. Yeah, Ford. Oh, Honey's gone. Oh wow, it is Ford and Strong and Kelly. Who likes Kelly? John Kelly Jr.
DKJ.
Like commissioner.
I mean,
if recognize that's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine joke. Because when Holt went to go take on, go get elected for commissioner, there were 3 John Kellys versus Holt. So that was my joke. Anyway, I missed on that one. Okay.
Chubb in maybe like Dallas or Denver. I mean, I know there are 2 teams.
Dallas. Ooh, Denver. I like Denver.
Even if Denver goes for like Omari and Hampton or something, I mean, him and Chubb would be a good mix.
Ooh, because the thing is, you can't. We learned this last year. Like some of the best Eagles, some of the best wins last year. Or when we let Saquon go off for a play, and then there goes Kenny Gainwell running for 25 yards on a spin move down the sideline. Nobody's talking about it. But I think the biggest thing here with Nick Chubb is just get into a team where he is not going to take 25 carries of abuse. 15's fine. 10 is great. I think Chubb still has a lot left. I think it's just a matter of him getting out of Cleveland because I think that term is cursed. Anyway, still no breaking news. This has been a little weird. I'm waiting for some scandal. Oh, by the way, was that thing Chris texted about Abdul Carter legit? Like he tweeted that picture out?
I'm pretty sure that was a picture of.
It was not even tough. I know, but like.
No, I think he was just being Chris.
I'm just searching just in case.
Be hilarious. I wouldn't know what that would mean.
Bro, I want him to punch a reporter or something. He's like, I do not want to go 3 or 4. Just knock some guy out. Howie's like, character concern. We can fix him.
You just like the woman. You just like the girl that sees a toxic ass guy. Because you mentioned George Pickens to the Eagles, right? And you're like, I can fix him. You're just like that type. I mean, I'm not calling you a woman in any sense, boss.
Culture, babe. Win the Super Bowls.
Yeah, I keep Profession X and everything. I can't find anything on tonight's draft.
This has been abnormally quiet.
I know who the Raiders are getting. I can predict.
All right.
So Pete Carroll posted a meme and quoted it: "Draft clues on the way." And he posted a meme of Will Smith and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So the
Will
family name,
Johnson,
the Will, the
Banks,
thank you. And whose last name is Banks? Calvin
Calvin
Banks.
I
Banks.
love that draft pick. I want them to get Genty, but like,
I love that he does that.
ooh, okay. I have the best pick. This is the best scenario for the Raiders. They can't get Genty because I think the Jaguars are going to take him. They get Banks at 6 because you guys know Banks was my favorite tackle in this class. Then second round they go get Junkins to just eat up carries. Because if you want him, okay. So my draft order for running backs has changed now. I would honestly put Hampton and Junkins are here. I love Henderson, but I think with Henderson, you need to have a power back with him. My opinion.
Yeah. With the Raiders,
he's only a 210, 205.
The Raiders are one of those teams that like they could use anything. So anything that they take minus tight end would probably be a major upgrade for that team. Even defensive line. They add somebody with Crosby and Wilkinson. Like if they were to take Graham or something like that, if he slipped, it'd be an insane defensive line. I still like if they went for Johnson or Barron at corner, but I think offensive line would be great for them as well. Geno Smith needs some protection.
You guys notice how I didn't put an actual name for mine because I have no idea what's happening in Philadelphia.
I couldn't tell you.
Who do you want? Who do you want?
Can I give you 5?
Sure. That'll be
Why
fun.
not?
Nolan, Starks, the kid from South Carolina whose name is ridiculous to pronounce.
Amenwari.
Michael Williams.
Oh.
And then James Pierce Jr. and honorable mention Azaraku out of BC. And then if you want to throw in a Hail Mary throw, why is Don Pearson talking? Get his old ass off the stage. I'm sorry. Listen, the Cowboys-Eagles hatred goes deep with me. Like Don Pearson's he's like, oh, the Eagles, and it's like, I'm sorry. We just won the Super Bowl. We won 2 since then, Mr. Pearson. Oh, and by the way, Harold Carmichael made it into the Hall of Fame before you did. I'm just that petty. But yeah, no, I'd love for us to get for some miracle to get the kid, who's the other Georgia kid, not Williams, the linebacker hybrid.
Oh, Walker.
Jalen Walker. I'd love to get Jalen Walker. But the thing is,
me and Matt. Let's go, Matt. Me and you. Bro.
Here's the thing: is Jalen Walker can go top 5, boys. I don't know what the hell y'all your mock drafts are crazy. I was like, what? I love Jihad Campbell too, but the thing is, we don't need Jihad Campbell because we have Dean, we have Zachy Bond, my dog, the generic meme. What was that? Oh, the Wii Sports. He looks like your generic villain from Wii Sports. I actually saw this dude in person. From me to my Asante Samuel jersey, that's how far I was from Zach Bond when me and Chris were at the parade. Him and Oren Burks. I miss you, buddy. I'm happy you got a starting job. And you know what? Oren Burks was the one signing where Oren Burks and Josh Sweat and Milton Williams were the 3 signings. I was just like, go get your bag, King. Let's go. Burks, because he wasn't going to start next year because Nakobe Dean was going to start. Or Jeremiah Trotter Jr. He unfortunately, he was the odd man out. He played great in the playoffs, but he was kind of a liability in the regular season. Josh Sweat, go get that bag, kid. Do what you got to do. Hopefully, if you're a free agent in 2 years, because Arizona's a crap hole for everything other than baseball, see you back in a few years. The Suns are a joke, and so are the Coyotes. The only actual good franchise right now in Arizona is the Diamondbacks, which is hilarious.
Tony Pauline is saying that he believes the 6th and the 7th picks in the draft are going to go Kelvin Banks Jr. and then Armin Membo, which would be Raiders take Banks and Jets take Membo.
I don't hate that. I think they're both. The thing is, I've got to stop getting away from what is the sexy pick and what's the right pick. I get too much into this every year. And also, because my uncle is a Raiders fan, I have had to convince him, and he's still not buying it. I'm saying, listen, Geno Smith was the best case scenario. He goes, but I wanted Stafford. Like, Stafford was never available. That was trade bait. They were trying to see what they could get and who's available and who's moving what. They were never going to deal Stafford. I love Geno to the Raiders makes them a wild card playoff team. It does. Oh, you know who? Oh, by the way, we're gonna do this in like when the schedule releases in like May or June. I think the Broncos missed the playoffs this year.
Really?
They barely snuck in last year, didn't they? You're right.
Yeah, so the two teams I have sneaking in are the Raiders and Titans. So hear me out. Hear me out. The Titans. Titans have the second easiest schedule in the entire division.
No.
Nate, I would love to put you guys in there, but you guys have a literal meme card.
No, you're good. Hey, I'm not asking for us. I know reality when I see it.
I mean, listen, you guys might not finish in last place in our division.
I don't know. You got the third hardest schedule right now.
Which is wild to me.
Because last year, I think they had the first.
Who has the first?
I think last year they had like the first.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? We had the hardest schedule in football when we lost the Super Bowl. But I believe this year we're not even in the top 10. Or no, we're like 7 or something.
The Jets always have, not always, but whenever they have an easy schedule, they always figure out a way to go 6 wins, 5 wins.
Oh, man, we are the toughest.
Nate's like, crap.
I saw some...
Matt.
I saw some mock drafts come up where they had the Jets trading back with Denver, and all I can think of is if that were to happen, I hope they throw Cortland Sutton in that deal. That'll solve one issue, and then you draft the next issue. But we'll see.
Cortland's a good guy. I like that. He's just a solid guy. You know, he's not crazy good. He's just
he'd be a good wide receiver too for us, and if he could stay healthy. If he could stay healthy. Big if.
Big if.
Well, also, Jared, I want to extend the formal congratulations for the Eagles winning the draft this year, as always. So we all know Howie was going to do Howie things. So it's a little early, but I just wanted to get that out the way and say I was first. I love
that people are not going to trade. Are not going to trade with Howie because they're afraid of getting burned. I'm like, then just make the right draft pick. It's not his fault. You all are idiots.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one trading back. So, like, I saw that, and I didn't understand if they were just, like, upset that he just makes great picks, or does he maybe tell them I'm going offense, and then he drafts defense, and he just uses that to his advantage? Or I don't know if he was a swindler or if he was doing it the right way. But, I mean, this man just every year just steals the draft. Brother of Diesel Dart. Diesel Dart. That sounds like something you buy at a sketchy smoke shop.
It feels like what you grab at like a Sheetz in Western PA when you're trying to drive somewhere.
Jackson Dart, brother of Sour Diesel Dart. Future Giant at pick 26 confirmed. Congrats, Nate.
Yay!
Nate's like, I will literally take anything.
At this point, man. Look, guys, I just wanted wins, man. I don't care who we get today. Whoever Shane gets, bro. If he thinks he'll help us win, then so freaking be it.
Ooh, speaking of that, almost forgot. We got to talk about that. So Shane's son, Carson, tweeted something out about a highlight video of Jackson Dart and then immediately deleted it. So now everybody's speculating, is this what the Shane family wants to do? And he put that out there and he was like, take it down. Or is this him going against his dad's pick? Or like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just the GM's son put out a Jackson Dart thing and then deleted it shortly afterwards. So I don't know what that means or if it's a teaser or what he's trying to say.
Look, I think it took me so long to convince myself that Dart would be a good answer for us. Yeah, he has some flaws, no doubt about it. And his son is smart, to say the least. I don't know why he's doing this, but look, overall, man, if he's the guy we believe in, then so be it. I hope Dable can turn him around to be a guy for us for the future. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, then there goes his job. I've come to reality of it. It would set a franchise back a long time again. So, yeah, it's I don't know how to feel quite yet. I think it's more like, man, I need to see it and then I can kind of react to it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to him specifically, like if we get Shadur, I'm a happy camper. Like I would be thanking God, thanking everybody. If we get Miller, I'm thanking everybody. But for him, Dart is just someone I need to see us draft first before I'm like, okay.
I'm just wondering, is Shane going to be like not the first, but is Shane going to be like one of the only GMs that the Giants have that I can think of that never selected never drafted a quarterback in his tenure, and is just going to lose his job?
That's true. Yeah, he hasn't. He has never drafted a quarterback yet. So this could be the year that he does so.
Because
Yeah.
I just don't see how you roll into the season with Wilson, Winston, and DeVito with that tough of a schedule, and you plan on, saying, "Oh yeah, I'll be the Giants general manager in 2026." I just don't see how you think that. But when you have one of the toughest schedules, and you got a guy that's going to be your starting quarterback that went 6 for 6 with the Steelers, and looked horrendous for the last half of the year and the playoffs. You got issues at offensive line. You got one receiver. You got a question mark at tight end. You got a running back that hopefully takes a leap, and then you got a secondary that I don't know that needs some work. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think the one thing that could save his job is that the Giants are somewhat competitive this year, despite their record, and he drafts a quarterback, and maybe they give him another year and they start him next year. That's why I think they should have taken Sanders at 3. I think that could have been some sort of saving grace. They do okay. They put him in the last half of the year. He does well. He's like, look, I drafted a quarterback. He did good. He's going to be a starter next year. They keep him. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways where he's going to keep his job. And the only thing that I could think of to keep his job is him drafting a quarterback within the first 2 rounds that he can sell to Mara that is going to be the starter next year.
Yeah, and I know Mara wants a quarterback, no doubt about it too. Like I'm sure obviously he was fine with Wilson and Winston, but I'm sure he wants the guy that he can, rely on for the future as well. And Mara hasn't. He's someone that cares. Yeah, as much as I hate him for his thoughts on, being like I can't sleep if Saquon leaves, like that. Just, I mean, even though I hated what he said about it, he does care, and that stands out to me for sure. So.
And I think, and listen, I that's why I think I got the Giants linked to Jackson Dart pretty heavily. One thing that about Jackson Dart, the Giants, he fits the bill. Ole Miss quarterback, just like Eli, and he looks like me. And the Giants love quarterbacks that look like me, so I think he's going to trade up for him. That's why I got Dart and the Giants linked together. If they don't go with Sanders at 3.
Regardless, we have to face a tough division: the Commanders, the Cowboys, and Birds, I guess.
Yeah. Listen,
Week 1, the Eagles welcome the Giants in Week 1 on Sunday Night Football, and there goes the Eagles.
Oh God, I hope it's not Sunday night. For your sake, I hope it's on Sunday night. You don't
We're
want
gonna
to
die.
that.
Hate us on Sunday night,
Dude. I don't know, man. I'm jealous of Jared. Sometimes I wish I could have been an Eagles fan because I look at that roster
Me too.
and I'm like, oh man, where's the weak spot?
Oh, Matt, you're too devoted to this point. Nate, there's still time.
I know.
No, it's too late. It's too late for me, boss. It's okay.
Honestly, if you take the black lining out of this neck collar, you don't even know it's a Jets jersey.
It's a Michael Vick throwback from 2010.
Yeah, right. It could be. Dude, I looked at the Eagles roster and I was trying to find a weakness and I couldn't do it. I tried hard. Safety is the only somewhat weakness, but even if they rolled in with their current safeties, they're still fine.
Not gonna lie, I went through probably the roughest 6 months of my life, the past 6 months, and the Eagles were kind of like, yeah, Jay, we got you, bro. We're gonna kick the snot out of everybody. Yeah, it made my life a little easier. So
there is not one guy on that team that I don't like. Like, there's not one player on that team that I have an issue with or that I can't stand. It's annoying. Like, I even love the coach. I just love how he gets in the face of fans when he beats them on the road. Like, the Chiefs thing, I loved it. Everybody hated it. I thought it was great. But, like, I look at that team, I'm like, oh, man, Barkley's great. He's a wholesome guy. I love Brown and Smith and Goddard and Hurts. Like, they're all down-to-earth guys. Lane Johnson and Juergens are awesome. Everybody, even like CJ, GJ was tolerable for me this year. And I'm like, dude, Slay's amazing. I love the Quinion and Cooper. I'm like, There is nobody to dislike on this team. It's hard for me as a non-NFC East fan to dislike the Eagles.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that sentiment because the
And
amount
also,
of
full
crap I've been
disclosure,
getting the
my
last 6 months, like, dude, like, oh, you guys are so stacked. Like, oh, I'm like, oh, typical Eagles fans complain. I'm like, yeah, we won the Super Bowl, but like, we had to kill everyone to make sure we didn't get screwed out of a win because we got screwed in 2022.
even my wife, who's a Giants fan, diehard Giants fan, enjoys, or I would say likes Philly, the Eagles, because she's like, they are just a scrappy, violent team. I'm like, okay. And I don't think she meant like the team is violent. I think she just meant she enjoys how the fans are just chaotic. So she has like no
We are
dislike for the
chaotic
Eagles.
bunch.
She just can't. She just hates beyond imaginable. She hates the Cowboys.
Yeah, you know what? I hate the whole Cowboys allure. That's what bugs me the most. It's partially the fans, partially the players, partially the media. Dude, it's just the whole allure bugs me. The Giants fans, like they semi annoy me. Commanders fans, I'm like, who let you out of the basement? But,
Yeah, they get you guys in the NFC Championship game. You're like, oh, listen, we're just trying to give you throw you a bone. You've been through a lot. We're gonna shut you down, but like here's a little bit of glimpse of like,
congratulations, you made it to the title game, and then here comes the sledgehammer.
yeah, here's your participation trophy. Go back to bed.
Jeez. Whew. All right, well, it's been kind of slow today, so I don't think we gotta go crazy right now. Belly Up's coverage of the NFL draft starts in an hour on the Belly Up Sports YouTube page. So make sure you tune in. I'll be there for most of the show. Nate will be in the background, and for the Giants pick. Matt will be there for the Jets pick. A lot of hard work got put into this, so very proud of our guys. And yeah, it's gonna be a great show. So boys, I appreciate you all for stopping by. Shout out to our sponsors, Righteous Felon, promo code BellyUp for 15% off at checkout. Candidates.com, promo code BellyUp20 for 20% off at checkout. And of course, SeatGeek, the best ticketing app on the planet, for $20 off your first initial purchase. We appreciate you coming through, and we will see you next on Monday. Obviously, we'll see you in about an hour and 5 minutes for our draft special. So, deuces.
And as always, I hope the Patriots, Dolphins, and Bills have terrible drafts.
Let's just hope the Bills stop trading away great picks to the Chiefs.
Yes. Anybody else?